I've started out trying to record this video a couple of times now because I got a lot on my mind and I want to be able to share it with you. So I hope you can join us for a few minutes this morning, and we'll talk about some things that I hope are motivating but also challenging.
If we pay extra, could we maybe get some grease or fat?
Good morning. Here walking this morning with my wife, out getting a little exercise together for once. We don't get to do it as often as we would like now that I'm working again, but it's always a blessing to be able to do anything with your family. And you know, as I wake up in the morning and I turn on to see what's happening around the world, and I see a lot of things that you guys see too, that hopefully you're in the same court as I am, not really liking to see all this totalitarian thinking on the rise, and especially in Western countries. I mean, we're watching the beginnings of another Tiananmen Square going on in Canada right now, and it's hard to believe this is happening. Something I think about a lot of times is, do people even know about Tiananmen Square anymore? Because it's been one of those things that's hidden so often. But we're watching things that should wrench your guts if you realize what it's like to live without freedom. And we are marching very fast toward a world that doesn't allow for any room for freedom, individual liberty. You know, and that's one of the biggest weapons I've found that those who want to take away your freedoms have, is to blame you for not being responsible for maintaining that freedom. And you know what? I think they have a point there. Because when we're abusing our freedom to constantly just take our head out of the game, or to not do the things that we know we need to do, then it's a freedom we're gonna lose. So there is a responsibility that is very much required with freedom. And one of those very first responsibilities is taking care of your health, because you can't do much of anything if your health isn't in good shape. And there are mornings when I look around and see all the things that are going on, and it is really hard to want to get up and fight against that today, to fight against the negativity and things that pop up when you're trying to go through your normal daily life, trying to take care of the normal tasks that you have to take care of, and then out of the blue something reminds you, oh yeah, by the way, the world is falling apart right now. It can be a little disheartening. It can make it difficult to press on and do the things that you need to do. But you know what? Now more than ever, this is when we need to press on. This is when we need to get up and walk that extra mile that we haven't walked, and eat those right foods. Because when it comes right down to it, if we're not there to participate when the time has come where our liberty is challenged, who's going to stand up for us? Who's going to be the one to say, no, we're not doing this today? Because if you don't have the strength to get up off the couch, you're not going to be that person. So I have to remind myself, get up and press on. When I look at all these ugly things going on in the world, and then it's first thing in the morning and my wife wakes up and rolls over and puts her arm around me, I remember, this is what I'm fighting for. It's not just for me, it's for those I love and those I care for. And that's the attitude that you should have. You push on. You keep taking care of yourself so that you can take care of those you love. Take care of your family. Take care of your children. Take care of your parents. You can't do that if you're not taking care of yourself. If you're not getting up in the morning and making your bed, keeping your room clean, keeping your life clean. This diet has opened up things for Katie and I that we should have probably been open to earlier, but we're just thankful now to see that it encourages us to limit the bad things that we put in our body, and consequently it's helping us to limit the bad things that we would put in our mind by focusing on the good things, focusing on the things we know that are true and good, and that's putting in a hard day's work, that's treating people right, speaking the truth to one another, and that's just how we get started and get going each day. What do you think?
We were just talking about the decision of that morning you get up, and you don't necessarily have to get up.
Yeah.
But you won't regret getting up and going for the walk or exercising that morning. Although you may regret just staying in bed.
Oh yeah.
You'll never regret getting up.
That's true.
So, I mean, obviously if you're sick and you stay in bed, that's not what we talk about. Just talking about those mornings where it's cold, damp, wet, ugly.
Just don't feel like getting out of bed at all. The way it's been cold lately, where it's just bone chilling in the morning. Slows me down. I can't even imagine what it's like for people living up in the northern states and in countries that are further north than this. But
they're shoveling snow with their flags.
Oh, they're tougher than I am. I know those guys in Ottawa are tougher than I am. And God bless them. But you know, we just need to encourage everyone who's watching this right now to stick with the foods that you know are going to be good for you, because they're going to help you get the body that you need. And also stick with putting the things in your mind that are good for you as well. For us, that's Bible doctrine. I don't know what I would do without it, because sometimes when I look around the world, all I see is the devil winning. But then I realize that's an illusion. That's an illusion, because he's already lost. And all we have to do is get up and stick to our knitting. Do what we're supposed to be doing each day. As a Christian, that means I should be studying God's Word and seeing how it applies to my life, and then applying it to my life so that I can do unto others as I would have them do unto me, and treat them that way, so that we can treat each other with dignity and respect and have a civilized behavior among human beings that interact together. Oh, it's so much better when people are doing what they're supposed to be doing. But let's just say it's better when I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, because I can't make anybody else do anything. But since I have the audience, and since you're here, I'm going to encourage you. Get up and do the things you're supposed to be doing. The things you know you're supposed to be doing for yourself today, which is taking care of your body, taking care of your mind, taking care of your family, doing the things you know you need to do to be there for those you love. I think that about sums it up. So we'll leave it with that. Have a good one. See you next time.
If we pay extra, could we maybe get some grease or fat?